Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Am I the Asshole podcast. You might notice a little something different in our formatting this week. Unfortunately, our co-host Josh is no longer with us. That's just a joke. He is sick. We wish him well. But yeah, we're back and we're ready to go. We got some good stories for you today, and we're going to decide, because we here are judge, jury, and executioner.
Right?
Are they the asshole? So, without further ado, do you want to start or?
Yeah, I'll take it away.
All right.
Again, I'm gonna try and keep this theme alive as long as I can.
Hold up, we forgot to do introductions again, guys. We're really sorry. It's the second week in a row. I'm Nick Landrum, and this is my co-host
Jordan Johnson.
We're coming at you. All right, back
All
to
right.
it.
Anyway, I've got a running theme. I'm gonna try and see how long I can find stories that pertain to people killing bugs.
All right.
If you tuned in last week, you know what I'm talking
I'm
about.
here for it.
It's a short one. It's a quick one, but it's bug themed. Am I the asshole for giving my girlfriend the silent treatment because she killed a bug? I was hanging out with my girlfriend in my room yesterday. She said she saw a fly crawling around on my desk and asked me to kill it. I don't like killing bugs, so I said to just open a window and shoo it out. Before I could do so, my mom called me downstairs for something, so I told her I'd be back and do not kill the fly. I was back 5 minutes later and my girlfriend informed me she had crushed the fly and laughed about it. This upset me. I don't like killing bugs, and I explicitly told her not to, and she still did it. I told her that I was upset, and she rolled her eyes and said she didn't get the big deal since it was just a bug. Since then, I haven't felt like talking to her much. She got angry and texted me that I was being the asshole for being so upset and ignoring her over a bug. Am I the asshole?
Woo! That's a doozy. We're gonna have to dive right into that one.
It's deep, really, when you think about it.
That's
A lot of layers.
a lot of layers. Was that fly like his brother, like blood relative? I mean, that's what it seems like. It seems like maybe that was his favorite pet fly, and he's like, "Don't kill that.
Don't kill my pet fly."
He was just embarrassed to admit to his girlfriend he had a pet fly. But regardless, though, he seems like the kind of guy that, really loves to save the animals and
Pro
the bugs.
bug.
He is. He's so
Pro
pro bug,
bug.
and he's so real for that kind of.
And we
when
need
they're
more
outside.
people like that, I think.
Yeah.
Just more pro buggers out
Yeah,
there.
for sure. You heard it here, folks. We need more pro bug individuals.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. It is a fly, so like, get over it.
I guess it depends on what the fly was doing.
Yeah.
If
and
he's chilling, minding his business,
that's fair.
why?
Now, if he comes over to me, he's,
Right.
He's getting
100%.
he's
I
getting
agree.
the combo.
I don't think you're being an asshole, but I think
That's
you're
fair.
being a baby.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a fly,
at the end of the day.
He's gonna die, and like his children are probably gonna eat him.
And they're going to remember him as the hero that made it into the bedroom.
Right. And yeah, another fly will take his place.
Yeah.
There's like 1,000 of them,
That's what they do.
maybe millions.
Isn't that crazy? I feel like I've swatted a fly before and then it turns into 7 more.
Flies are the current equivalent of, what is it, the Hydra? Is that the
Like the snake head thing.
Yeah. You heard it here, folks.
You cut one off. 2 more grow back. That's cool.
Yeah.
Ah,
No,
so we're
thank
going
you.
not
the asshole,
but you're kind of a baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe grow up a little bit. But,
Yeah.
I get it. Maybe, like we said, that fly was his brother. So,
Yeah.
R.I.P. the fly.
Yeah.
Moving on. Am I the asshole for pretending to get fired when customers get a temper with me? I'm a high schooler with a weekend job at my coffee shop. My coworkers who work weekends with me are James, the owner's son. He goes to my school. He's a shift manager, but it's not a real formal thing. He's a a real friendly guy. Danielle, a college student who sometimes works weekends too. So, sometimes customers will come in and just be angry about such little stuff, like literally blowing up about nothing. I don't know if they're in a bad mood already or looking for something to take it out on or what, but it's a lot. Like, how sad do you have to be a grown-ass man taking your anger out on high school and college kids? Real. But yeah, so James and I were joking about having a little fun with them and hopefully getting them off our backs. So one day, I was at work, and some guy was having a temper about how we don't make the coffee hot enough, which I literally couldn't do anything about because I just gave it to him right out of the machine. So, it sounds like that stuff was scalding. So James came in and was like, "Sir, is there a problem here?" And the guy started ranting at him. So he was just like, "Oh, this is unacceptable. You're fired." I started acting real sad, like, "No, please don't fire me. My family needs the money. I need this job, please." And he played up being a hard ass and telling me to take my apron off and leave. The angry guy started to backtrack, like, it isn't that big of a problem. You don't need to fire him over it. I didn't mean it. And James was like, no, we pride ourselves on the best customer service in town. So I must fire him. So, of course, after all that drama, I still had my job. We were just acting. And we've done it a couple times. Whenever a customer will lose their temper at Danielle or I, James will storm in and fire us. And almost every time, the person who would come in angry will apologize and say that they didn't mean it. It's kind of satisfying making people realize their actions might actually have consequences. Anyway, I was telling my friends from school about this, and a few of them thought it was a mean prank. Okay. To let someone go away thinking they gotten someone who desperately needs the money fired. Am I the asshole for this joke?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
That shit's great.
That's one of my favorite things is to like minor inconvenience people. Like the traditional thing when you get cut off in traffic, it's the middle finger, right?
Yeah.
I've implemented this and it makes me feel so much better.
That's so good.
Because it's like, it's not enough to be like, "Oh yeah, well, and then they're like, "Wait,
You're just like,
did I forget something?" Another one. This is like harmless pranks are so good. Like
Oh, yeah.
if I'm at I'm sitting here and I'm at a stoplight, I'll look over and I'll roll my window down and they'll roll theirs down. And as soon as theirs breaks plane with their face, I'll roll mine back up and just not do anything. It's like I love the little bits like that.
oh yeah, you just gotta have fun with people. I mean, like especially if people are coming in, and like I don't know, it's different if it's like expensive food or something like that. But like it's literally a coffee.
Yeah.
Like they'll take care of it. You don't need to come in and be like,
My
coffee's not hot enough.
Yeah, I love the bits that are just like you're still technically minding your own business.
Yes.
But like my girlfriend and I will do like fake arguments in the car. If we see someone walking past the car and we're still in the car sitting, we will really loudly yell compliments at each other. Just like, "You're awesome!" And just like try to get people to look and just bits like that are very funny. I think you're not the asshole. What did the community say about that?
Not an a-hole.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, 100% valid. Like,
That's just a good time. And especially because you got to think, you're working a job that you don't really love.
no.
Obviously. It's like, you got to have fun at work or it's just...
Listen, if at my job, I work in a kitchen. If we could do that to the servers, like my kitchen manager just walks up because, I forgot to put tomatoes on a salad. He's like, "You're fired!" And I'm like, "No!"
Yeah.
I'm not going to graduate from college now because I don't have that job, so.
Please, Mr. Boss, please.
Yeah,
That's a
definitely not
good
the
bit.
asshole, but that's pretty good.
That's a good bit.
All right.
All right, here we go. Would I be the a-hole for not changing the toilet paper roll? This one's a little more serious. I tried to find one that was like way more divisive.
That's fair.
My roommate has a history of not replacing toilet paper rolls. We've lived together for nearly 5 months now, and I can count on one hand how many times she's replaced the empty roll in the bathroom. It's just the two of us in the apartment, and there's one pack of toilet paper we use that I bought. It's important. At first, I thought I was hyper-focusing on being fair. I gaslit myself into thinking that for some reason, the toilet roll naturally finishes when I have to use the bathroom and not when she goes. That, to me, is acceptable, so I left the situation alone and chalked it up to my luck. But I've been noticing a pattern lately. Sometimes I'll head into the bathroom to find the toilet paper roll looking incredibly sparse. Maybe 3 to 5 usable squares left. Not enough for one person to use. In parentheses, we are both women. That'll be a good clip. If a measly square of 1 ply is fine for you, congrats. It's not for me, and from her usage, I doubt it's enough for her either. End parenthesis. It started happening enough that I started conducting tests. If it made sense, quotes, as petty as I am, I'm still not going to arbitrarily waste toilet paper. We go through it fast enough as it is. I'd just leave enough toilet paper for one person to use and wait for my roommate to use the bathroom before going again. You'd think that she would finish the roll and change it out, right?
I mean...
That's common sense, right?
Yeah.
Wrong. Each and every time, she left one usable piece. In my book, a usable piece is any piece that is not actually glued to the cardboard, which is 2 pieces max. This has happened 3 times. This has happened 3 times. I've run my test each time, and I've caved and replaced the roll myself. Would I be the asshole if I ran the test again and didn't change it out? The toilet paper rolls are mine, so I have no problem taking one for personal use, and a boy who I'm emotionally entangled with, sleeping together, not my boyfriend, would say closer than normal, none of which matters. Just know he's down to let me use his bathroom for the foreseeable future. He lives 3 floors above us. I've been told it's petty to not just say outright, hey, can you change the toilet paper? But she has done it before, so she clearly knows where it's stocked and that changing it out is a necessity. Also, it's just common freaking sense to change the roll. That shouldn't be something I have to ask for. Well, Reddit, what do you think?
You know, it's like, I understand, because that's such a frustrating thing. So much so that in my home, my mother has instilled a piece of artwork in our bathroom that says changing the toilet paper roll is not going to cause brain cancer. So
it's good motivation.
You know, yeah. But yeah, I understand how it's a really frustrating thing, because when, I mean, you don't know how much TP you're going to need, if it's a ghost wipe, if it's
True.
You know, if you just went to Taco Bell, you might need a whole roll, you know.
True.
Not speaking from experience or anything, but but I mean, not going and actively talking to your roommate about it is, I don't know if that's necessarily being an asshole, but it's like early, it's being a baby about the situation, because that's something that you very easily can come out and communicate to your roommate and be like, hey, you know, you're not 12, you're not 3, you know that when you pull on it, it comes out, and then you slide it off and slide a new one on there, and you're good to go.
Yep.
You know?
On the other hand, I'll defend this.
All right.
She didn't buy the toilet paper.
Okay, that's also very fair.
Yes, she is using it, but I think the better experiment here is to quit buying it. Go upstairs to your boyfriend's, not her boyfriend, sorry. Go upstairs to your emotionally entangled man friend and, you know, go to the bathroom. I think that will, if we're trying to be non-confrontational about the issue, you have to incite her to come to you. at
That's
some
fair.
point. Like, hey, what happened to the toilet paper? Like, eventually that's going to come up, right? And if it's
Yeah.
not, then this is a whole new thing. Are we sure she's using the toilet paper?
What other uses would you suggest?
I don't know her. She like, I'm not gonna put words in her mouth, but she could be eating it.
Snack time.
Oh. She could
Chubby
be-
Bunny challenge.
Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny. No, that's good. Yeah, I think that's the only other thing she could be doing is eating it.
Welcome to my strange addictions. Eating toilet paper.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a hard one because like you're totally justified.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
technically the roommate's being the asshole. I'll be honest.
Right.
If we need to judge, jury, executioner, someone's the asshole in the situation, it is the roommate. The roommate's
Roommate's
being the
asshole, but Redditor is baby. Again, I brought 2 baby stories today because it was like, I don't know, we need some variety here.
We do. We do. Well, unfortunately, I have brought nothing but silliness.
I'm loving this though. This is good.
My story. Am I the asshole for switching to regular milk to prove my lactose intolerant roommate keeps stealing from me? Me and 2 other guys share an apartment together, and we split all the bills. The only thing we don't split costs on is
Milk.
groceries.
Okay.
Just specifically
Just
milk.
the milk. Hey, I've got electric this month. You got the milk.
They only eat cereal. That's all they eat.
Right.
Everyone's in charge of buying their own food, and we don't touch whatever doesn't belong to us in the fridge. We put our names on everything so no one gets mixed up. This issue has been going on for almost a year, and I am sick of it. One of my roommates, R, keeps stealing my food. I get home from work, and containers with my leftovers are sometimes missing. They have my name written on it. Or my stuff finishes too quick. My gallon of milk, for example. I buy almond milk because I like the taste, but it seems to finish after a week, even though I've only drank once or twice. I confronted R about this lots of times, and that's caused a lot of arguments. He outright denies it and tells me I'm crazy, even though it's so obvious. My other roommate and I carpool together because we both work the same early morning shifts around the same area, so I know it's not him. It's always after we get back and R's already left for work, I notice my food's gone. My roommates also had a similar problem, but not as often as I do. I'm guessing because R doesn't like what he buys. The funny thing is, R buys a lot for himself and is even more stingy about his food. He will literally point out what's his when he comes home from the grocery and tells us not to touch it. Last week, my milk was nearly empty again, and I got fed up. I went to the liquor store.
There's the solution.
Oh, yeah. I went to the liquor store and bought regular dairy milk. Also a place where I get milk, the liquor
Yeah.
store. You know, left-handed milk stout. I drank what was left of my almond milk and refilled the gallon with the one I bought. This was to catch/prove R is the one stealing since he's lactose intolerant. The next day, Saturday, we get back from work and R is pissed. He yelled at me that he was stuck in the bathroom for 40 minutes with diarrhea because of my milk. He was using it to make a shake. I only responded with, "So you're the one who's been stealing it then? Huh?" He freaking exploded. He admitted he was some...
He just blew up.
He's like, we'll have to put a pin in this comment.
Oh my gosh.
He was sometimes drinking my milk and eating my food, but he was more mad that I switched milks than the fact that he was caught. I told him I wouldn't have done it if he'd just stopped taking my stuff from the fridge, or at least told the truth instead of trying to make it seem as if I was making it up. My roommate backed me up, and it was kind of funny he got payback for stealing from us. It's a little tense right now, and my roommate told me R is trying to convince him to kick me out. That is crazy. Little does he know we're both looking to move somewhere else together because we are sick of his shit. I told some buddies what happened, and a few of them think I was an asshole for that. I feel like I'm not in the wrong here. He was taking my food and not owning up to it, and I wanted to prove it. Does this make me the asshole? I open the floor to you, Jordan.
No, you're super justified.
Oh, yeah.
Now, R, what are we going to call this guy? First of all.
We can call him Richard because he's a,
Yeah.
dick.
Richard. What are we doing, man?
Yeah, come on, man.
What are we doing?
Come on, guy. What are we doing, guy?
What are we doing?
Why are we taking milk from our friends?
And
from our roommates?
how are you going to use it so often for it to be like a noticeable issue,
Right?
but then go, nah,
I don't know where your milk's going, man.
must be the milkman coming
Right.
in here and taking all the milk.
Right? It's
I didn't like that one.
it's the milk thief.
I didn't like that story.
No.
Commenter is totally like
yeah.
justified. It's that one that's the first one that's made me like actually
Mad.
a little mad.
Yeah. So definitely not as goofy, but yeah, some because I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I made my cereal joke earlier in the reading. That is because I am an avid enjoyer of cereal. You can call me a
The captain of Crunch.
hey, I like that. I like that.
The trickster.
Um,
I'm here every week.
sometimes Josh isn't though, We got to get that figured out. R.I.P.
We miss you. If you're watching this, Josh.
Please come back.
No, I mean, how often would you say you eat cereal, honestly?
Almost once a day.
That's normal. That's
Yeah,
not
that's fair.
avid. Like, yeah, you can still be the captain of Crunch.
Now I feel like the lieutenant of Crunch.
Corporal Crunch.
Seaman Crunch.
Yo, what?
It's a Navy position. Clip it,
What?
chat. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't clip that. Our TikTok's gonna go crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you're eating cereal that much, where it's like, I was honestly expecting it for like. Also, hang on, I'm having so many lines of thought. How closely are you observing your milk? Where you're like, I drew a line on it yesterday.
He's like, day one of my milk recording log.
Yeah, right. Like, if this guy's eating like 3 or 4 bowls of cereal at night, it's kind of like
My milk carton had a volume of
right.
blah 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 cubic inches or centimeters.
I think definitely not asshole.
Oh no, the roommate. This is again like you can't say lighthearted prank because his,
No,
you
it's
could
a
say
funny
it was a
prank.
pretty shitty prank. Sorry.
It's a funny prank.
It is. It is. As someone that has a food intolerance,
What are you intolerant to?
garlic and onion,
How did you figure that out?
Fazoli's.
Oh, there goes a sponsorship.
Yeah, I became really good friends with my porcelain throne that evening. And
That's rough.
we'll leave it at that. So
That's rough. I think that'll wrap us up.
yeah.
On that note.
But yeah, definitely not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
So yeah,
So we had a couple babies today
and
and 2 non-assholes.
some tricksters, some
Yeah,
pranksters.
some tricksters and some babies.
Yeah. So
I like that.
Hopefully next time Josh will be here.
Yes.
We miss him a lot. I miss him. I miss my sweet little Josh very much.
We had to take up the mantle
We did.
of opening and closing
Our
the
host
show.
wasn't here today, so we're, picking straws out of a cup, You know, we actually wrestled before the show to. No, I'm just kidding. That's why I'm hosting, because I lost. I'm just kidding. But anyways, yeah. This has been the Am I the Asshole podcast, brought to you by IUS Horizon Media. We appreciate you for tuning in and for listening, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one. See you later.
Peace.